I felt like I had the perfect life. You see, it had taken us 15 years to carry a child full term, and we had our daughter. I also had what I considered the perfect husband. Sorry for the rest of you guys, but I still feel that way. After 37 years, I still feel that way. I had the perfect job. I loved what I did and everything about it. However, in 2008, my world as I knew it came to a crashing blow. No, had nothing to do with my husband, and thank God, not that little girl. But what did happen was the company I loved, I adored, I had given my heart and soul to, closed its doors. Some of you can relate to 2008? Okay. You see, the role and position I held, they were gone. I was in the top 3% of this company. I was one of the top salaries. I spent a lot of time at the corporate office. They loved me. They adored me. They loved my ideas. You see, life was grand. But now, after that door closed, I was experiencing a roller coaster. You see, it was a death-like experience. Don't know if any of you have experienced that, but that's exactly what it's like. Everything you've known in the past is no longer the same. You know, there were days that I thought I'd gotten past that roller coaster, and here we go, things are great again. And what happened? But that roller coaster of down and depression hit again. You see, it even affected how I dressed. I love bright colors. Red's my favorite color. But I wore dark colors. I stayed to myself. I would walk into a room and hope I was invisible. See, I didn't feel like I fit anywhere. I planned to retire with this company. What happened? I want you to picture this. I'm in San Francisco. I'm at an event that I had waited over 25 years to attend, inspiring speakers. I am sitting next to one of my very best friends, Kathy Sexton, and I'm so excited and everything's going well. And then all of a sudden, what happens? The mind chatter starts. What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? What makes you think you should be here? You can't compare to anybody else here. And then all of a sudden, in that moment, I got what I call my God moment. It dawned on me why I had had this roller coaster of emotions. You see, I had lost my identity. Have any of you ever asked, where do I fit in the picture of this big world? I think so. Have you ever asked, who am I? What should I be doing? Why should I be doing it? I'm not sure if you've ever experienced that or not, but where you're on top of the world, and then all of a sudden your world crashes to the bottom. And so now I'm learning that I was consumed with not having any value, but my value was all wrapped up in my identity. Nothing had changed. I was still that kind, loving person inside. But what happened is what I had between those 6 inches up here. I let my identity be connected to my title, how people thought of me there. You see, I had stifled all of that because I thought it was all about where I worked. It was time at this point to surrender and allow myself to throw up my hands and say, okay, I need to stop divorcing my past and embrace my future. Did it happen with a poof, all of a change? No, not all of a sudden did it happen. Had to work on it. And I had someone in this room, Dale Furtwängler, that I say a big thank you to, that kept saying, Karen, why do you keep trying to forget your past? You were brilliant at sales in that time. Why do you keep doing that? You need to combine that. That's a combination like no other. I thank you for that, Dale. When you think of Kathy, and it's ironic to hear Kathy today, thinking about where hers went, if she had have divorced her past business of bookkeeping, how could she be the productivity and profit specialist today? Many of us have had things that have hurt us, so we stop and we try to push that out of mind and out of sight. I know everyone in this room has experienced something devastating, whether it be a loss of a job or a sickness, whatever, it doesn't matter the devastation. Amazing individual you are, you need to stand into that. If I ask you right now, and you've got paper, to name 10 negative things about yourself, 10 faults, I bet you could name them just like that, couldn't you? Because we're good at those. But right now I'm going to ask you, just yell out 3 positive things to me real quick. Come on, give them. Energy. Fun. Positive. Detailed. Spontaneous. Keep going. There's some great ones here. Energetic. Resilient. Compassionate. Okay? Those are harder to come by. And you might even come up with the 3, but I want you to come up with 10. Because the thing is, perception is reality, and it's how you perceive yourself as well. If I ask you to step on the other side of the table and say, what do your customers, what do your clients think of you? You would name them differently, right? I want to ask you today to take the time, and within the next 30 days, make sure that you keep adding to those lists of the positive, not the negative, but the positive, because what you think up here will affect your entire life. And the other thing to keep in mind, just like I learned, you can't do it alone. You can't fly alone. There's a million people here that can help you and build your business the same way.